A while back, I reviewed Skinamarink and found it to be a very frustrating experience. I can recognize it for the dark mood and haunting atmosphere it set, but its lack of narrative drove me insane. A lot of people are going to compare the Outwaters to Skinamarink because of the same reasons. But the Outwaters actually has a story and characters to back up the vague threats and ethereal plot, and for me, that makes all the difference in the world. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. The Outwaters is new in theaters and it will soon be streaming on Screambox. It's directed and written by Robbie Banfitch. 4 young and adventurous hikers set out to the Outwaters, not far from Los Angeles, but a land as deserted and untouched by man as LA is populated and molested by it. Their goal is to film a music video, but once out in the open plains, strange things begin to happen, leading to an unending night of pure nightmare. The Outwaters has a plot going on, but it just doesn't let you know what it is right away. It's basically a retelling of the Dyatlov Pass incident set in the deserts of California instead of the snowy Ural Mountains in Russia. Those unfamiliar with the strange incident, a group of hikers went out into the Ural Mountains for a hike and encountered something strange. Later, their bodies were found naked, frozen, and some of them severely injured with no clear indication as to why they ended up this way. If you're looking for a great film about this strange occurrence, check out Devil's Pass, also known as the Dyatlov Pass incident. Though I believe the mystery has been all but solved, with the detonation of a military bomb nearby causing all of their deaths, there's still questions surrounding the Dyatlov Pass incident. What we know about the incident is from the research conducted after the incident, with no real first-hand knowledge of what actually happened. The Outwaters tells the exact same type of story, but the 4 hikers are experiencing these strange happenings firsthand, and you get to see it that way. Yes, there's no clear indication as to what is happening to the hikers, but we are experiencing the story as it happens, facing the same questions the hikers experience as it happens. Found footage is supposed to be an immersive experience, and the Outwaters does just that. There's just no clunky info dump crammed in explaining what's going on for the cheap seats. There are clues, very subtle ones, but if you're looking for an explanation as to why these hikers are experiencing these horrors, that explanation never comes. That said, the horrors in the Outwaters are absolutely harrowing all the way through. People begin hallucinating, they begin acting irrational, they begin to fight with one another. It all comes subtly and then all at once. It's quite shocking, the insane and gory places this film goes. These hikers set out to capture the raw beauty of the desert, then notice these subtle things like sounds coming from under the ground and a strange pack of wild donkeys following them. It's surreal, but grounded, and when things really start to go off course, the horrors come from the hikers' reactions to the land they are in, bringing out the worst in them. Things get super gory by the final reel, but basically the last 40 to 45 minutes is a desperate run through the worst of hells. What makes this film work is that while there is no explanation as to what happens and no strict story structure, there is still a structure. A tale being told to you in chronological order in the clips we are seeing, and it's up to us to thread them together and find some meaning to it. Unlike Skinamarink, which felt to me like it was just lengthy stints of static shots trying to establish a mood and less concerned about an actual story, the Outwaters has a story. It's just not telling us the cause behind it. We get to know the hikers as characters for a good long first portion of the film. Some might say this getting to know you time is a bit too long. 2 of them are brothers, played by Scott Schimmel and writer-director Robbie Banfitch, and their bond is resonant and pertinent to the story. Their friendship with the star of the video, Michelle, played by Michelle May, feels genuine, as is their friendship to makeup designer Angela, played by Angela Basolis. These are 4 people enjoying themselves, and that addition of actual solid characters is what makes a world of difference in capturing my investment, whereas the non-characters in Skinamarink did not. Still, because you have to work for the reason behind the horror in The Outwaters, I think Skinamarink and The Outwaters are going to be lumped together by some. It doesn't offer any clues, but they are there. It doesn't really end, it simply kind of bleeds out slowly, which made it all the more chilling for me. I get it that you don't want to go to films to dissect them and really work to find the rhyme and reason behind it. But if you're willing to just go for the ride, I think The Outwaters is going to affect you as much as it did for me.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're doomed. Live the life that you are meant to live inside that reality.